Okay, welcome back to United Music Science Wheel Pro, you guys. And we're going to talk about major and minor. Now, what is major and minor? What is major and minor? Major and minor, well, there's a difference between major and minor. Really, it's just the third. Really, you can say it's the third. But it opens up these two dualities, or they say different, you're in a major key or a minor key. Now, in metaphysics, we talk about the concept of yin and yang. All right? So, when we say yin, we could say that's the analogy of our minor. When we say yang, that you could say that's the analogy of our major. But you could just say that. We just want to say that. We in our school we say, kids, keys, we're beyond keys. Really, that's why we have the systems for improvisation, because we're dealing with like the chromatic system, the two whole tone systems. Music has a creation story, right? You guys know this, right? In the Trinity of Diminish, right? Now we're talking about the pentatonics. A lot of people don't know the pentatonics is a symmetrical shape, but it actually forms a tonality. You could say it does form a tonality. But what's a tonality? Tonality is really just the third. It can be the difference between one note. So you can say it's just major and minor. So let's break this down. Let's break down this pentatonic scale and this mystery of major and minor, and how we're gonna really use these and apply these together. Okay? So let's take a look at this, right? Now, we're gonna stick with this pentatonic structure. And we can turn this wheel around, but I just wanted you guys to stay with this, because that these notes are related now. They're related. Just like you could say, the chromatic scale, those notes are related. Well, how are they related? They're a half step apart. Say the whole tone system, how are they related? They're a whole step apart. Upper fourth, down and fifth, how are they related? Upper fourth, they're a fifth apart. Right? So now we say Trinity diminished, how are they related? They're a minor third apart. Right? Now the pentatonic scale has that type of structure, so these notes are related. So of course the majors and minors are going to be related when we go into the advanced studies, right? So the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure we know all of our major and so-called minor scales, right? Okay. Now remember, it's just the third. As we go deeper in this, you're going to find that it's really just going to be the third that's going to make the difference between, say, major and minor. Okay, because they have what you call a minor, major. They have what they call a minor, harmonic minor. What is the other one? Melodic minor. They got so many freaking minors, you guys. Okay, but we're just talking about major and minor. Okay, and they got a lot of different majors too. They got major sharp 11. They got so-called major Lydian, or whoever that guy is. We're going to talk about all of them right now. Okay, we're going to make it simple, because remember that there's only 12. And they have aliases. They're going to have aliases. So I want you guys to know that C major, when we talk about C, it has aliases. Okay, so you C major has different aliases, right? So if you go back to the previous module when we talk about the aliases of keys, you know that C major, right? C major, that C major is almost the same as F Lydian. It is the same. It's the same notes as F Lydian if you just start on F. Now when we talk about scales, scales have a so-called beginning or end. But if you notice, it's the same notes, right? So C major, F Lydian, who's it going to be? They're just aliases, the same guys, same white notes. Now we can go to like D minor. Remember now, we always build our stuff from the Dorian minor. If we went, we go back, we always build our major keys from the minor, right? So there's a reason why D minor Dorian is on the bottom. And so D minor Dorian, but that's the same notes as our C major. And there's another minor, A minor, what they call the natural minor. So So without changing these tonalities, we've got two majors and two so-called minors. Now, if you go to jazz schools, they're going to say, oh, that's the F Lydian or the F major flat 5 or the sharp 11 scale. They're going to confuse the shit out of you with all these scales. I just want you to know it's like the same guy. It's just where you freaking start, okay? So you can say it's Clark Kent, Superman, right? Like you have aliases, right? So let's break it down. So I broke these out for you, and these are, of course, these are in your notes. But let's just look at these, and I want you to start practicing your scales. Just like I said, we're going to practice our major and minor scales in the chromatic system, and in the whole tone system, and in the trinity of diminished system, and upper fourth down to fifth, right? Now we're going to do it in the pentatonic movement, through this pentatonic movement, and with tonality. So let me show you. Let me show you what you do. So now we're going to take C major, right? C major. Now C major, we'll start on B flat, okay? Because we're going to start on B flat because that's the tonality of this structure. So let's start on B flat. Okay, so B flat major, right? Now everybody knows B flat major. They say it has two flats, but there's different types of what they call B flat major. There's a thing called B flat Lydian. Now, B flat Lydian has an alias, but we're going to get into that right in a minute. But they call that B flat major as well. Okay? So I'm going to show you B flat major, and you guys should know B flat major. Two flats, right? But I want you to also know you got your B flat Lydian. Now, the only thing, don't get knocked over the girl Lydian, right? It just means that it's just a sharp 11. That's where the sharp 11. You might say, oh, sharp 11, flat 5. It's just the E there. Okay? That's that flat 5, or they call flat 5. That's that sharp 11 scale. Alright? They call it Lydian. But I want you to practice that one too. And know that comes from that B flat root. Alright? From this structure. Okay? So it's got a B flat. There's two B flat majors. I'm sorry. And I wrote these out for you, okay? Then B flat Lydian. And now there's B flat minor. There's two minors, remember? So there's going to be B flat minor, natural minor, and there's going to be B flat Dorian minor. Okay? So I want you to learn that. Learn those. Okay, so practice those. B flat natural minor and B flat Dorian minor. What they call B flat Dorian minor. And you say, oh, that's D flat major. Yeah, it is D flat major. Like I said, these scales are going to have freaking aliases. Okay? So I want you to learn this like this. I want you to learn these 5. I want you to learn these 5 majors and minors. Okay? And learn their aliases, okay? And you're gonna see what happens. You're gonna see. Just do it, okay? Now, you got B flat minor Dorian and B flat natural minor. Now let's go on. You know B flat major produces. It produces G. Well, it's gotta produce G major and G minor. Right? Because remember, the only thing difference between a minor chord and major chord is that third. And they got this shit called the dominant, which is like both at the same time, right? But it always represents movement. Usually minor dominants are going to represent some freaking type of movement, right? Okay, now we say. Now we go to G, right? So I want you to go through these scales. Like, don't worry about you say, oh man, this is corny. No, it's not. Just practicing the system, you guys. You got to learn all your scales anyway. You got to learn all your 12 scales and your modes and where they come from. So just stick with this plan, okay, you guys? And like we went through all of this. Now we're going to do the majors, right? So G major. G major has one sharp. G Lydian major has 2 sharps. I don't know if you ever played G Lydian, right? Now don't worry I'm using these terms because eventually you're not going to have to use these terms or any shit. Like, you're just going to know it. Right? Now you got G minor, natural minor, which is just like its father and mother, B flat. It's just like, B flat major, right? So G minor, natural minor. That's that natural minor. What they call that natural. Now, of course, they have like what they call the melodic minor, right? They teach you that one. So like I said, but the only difference is that third. So like, there's so many minors. Matter of fact, all of these notes are good. Types of minors, if you just know, right? So now you got the Dorian minor. Remember, Dorian is always at the bottom. So I want you to take your Dorians. You're going to build your minor thirds from your Dorians, and you'll build your pentatonics from your Dorians. Practice like that, right? But now you're going to practice G major, G minor, G natural minor, G major, and G natural, G, what they call Lydian major, right? I forget these names, man, it's so confusing, right? But they're all coming from the same. But I want you to blow up these roots now. All right, just do this now. The next one, of course, F major. Right, so you got F major as one flat. Then you got F Lydian. Then you got F minor, natural minor, and that F Dorian. And of course, I want you to build triads on all of these. Now, did you notice this one is the same as that B flat minor Dorian that we talked about before? If you look at that. Okay, it's related to that F minor. I'm playing the different polarities of the stars. Because remember, we're overlapping. Remember, C, you can say that represents Mars, or the fire star. And major and minor is going to have a different polarity because, of course, there's going to be a yin fire and a yang fire. There's going to be a yin earth and a yang earth. There's going to be a yin metal and a yang metal. There's going to be a yin water and a yang water, which is F, right? We say F right here, right? So, F minor Dorian, right? Right? So know these scales, you guys. Know these scales, okay? Know them. And the next one, D, and I did the majors, D major, and D major sharp 11. I gave you two versions of these majors, not to confuse you, because it's the pro course, you guys, okay? Just, you should know, these, if you're playing modern, man, cats are going to play that sharp 11 on the major chord. So if you don't know how to go there, then you're going to be left behind. This is more the major sound, right? I mean, the modern sound that cats are using. But it's just an alias, okay? So, like I said, it's the third. It makes a difference in the chord. So, of course, there's going to be a D major and a D minor, right? So, learn your majors. So D major, and D major sharp 11, what they call D major sharp 11 or D major Lydian. You know, it has a chord that goes with it too. They all have a chord that goes with it, you guys, by the way. You know that, right? You went to the chord modules, right? Now D minor, right? Now who am I talking about? D minor and D major, right? So D minor, 1 flat, because D minor, D minor comes from F major, right? It's a kid, right? Because water produces wood, right? And you got a yang wood and you got a yin wood. You got a D major and a D minor, so it can produce the major and the minor. Okay, you understand? Now, when I talk about the minor, right? When I talk about the minor now, you've got the minor that's just like F major, right? Just like its dad, right? Which got 1 flat, and then you got this Dorian minor, right? Okay, I get them confused. So the Dorian minor, right? Of course, is the same notes as C major. Okay, you see it now? Okay. So now, even if we go through this production cycle, I want you to learn these skills. Now, C major, right, has different polarities as well, right? So the major is going to have a regular major that everyone knows from Mary Had a Little Lamb. Just joking. And then you got C major sharp 11. Hope you guys, sharp 11. C major, sharp 11. Okay, and build your chords from there. Okay, and then you got C minor, natural minor, which is just like E flat major, but I don't want to confuse. Just do these. Don't worry about it. Just do these, okay, you guys? Okay, that I wrote out, okay? Just do these and trust me. And then you got C minor, Dorian minor. Just do the exercises that I made for you. Just do it and listen to the masters of this music. Do some research into metaphysics, and you'll get it instinctively. Okay. So don't wonder why. Okay, why I got all these different things. Just do it as a system, and have fun with it. Okay, and happy music making, because you can use this in the different cycles. Okay, because you know that these pentatonics have so many different layers of relationships. Okay, so just learn all of these scales. That's the first step. B flat major, B flat minor, G major, G minor, F major, F minor, D major, D minor, and C major and C minor. And they're different aliases, okay? And you're gonna find the crossovers, okay? And I'll see you. Have fun with this. Learn these scales, and practice them, and play around with the pentatonic movement, and have fun with this. And when you're ready, I'll see you guys in the next module. Happy music making.